Okay, so this is a little reading for Milu the dog. Um, yeah, and in regards to me doing the little readings for animals or animal names, I think I'm not going to do it anymore because I have found it is much more difficult than I thought to take the energies of these numbers that are really more for human behavior, human psychology, human evolution, and transpose that or transform that into, oh, how could this be affecting an animal? This little reading is going to be an absolute experiment. Um, I will mostly be reading, I guess. m- I'm just going to do my best and we'll see. Um, uh, we'll see how it turns out. If the person who requested the reading, I would love feedback. It's okay if it's even bad feedback, of course, like totally missed the boat. But also, I would be curious if there's some resonance there, how would you take what I'm saying, the information about the numbers, how is that showing up in your little doggy, who sounds so cute after all? Anyway, so let's get on with it. What I'm going to do first is quickly just share the numbers, and really, it's the first number that is the most important. But they're all pretty relevant. So here we go. These are Milu's numbers. Very, very strong numbers. Very, I would say, mm, even though all the numbers are feminine energy, these are very physical, very, I would say, male oriented, very God oriented, and all about growth and transforming things. So we have the 19, the 10, and the 12. So I will just stop sharing for now. And let's talk about the number 19. The number 19. So I'm thinking about the person who named this dog. What might they be projecting into this name? What are they hoping for? Or what are their fears? Or what are they working on? I don't even know if any of this is true. It's such a fun little experiment. Yeah. But I don't think it all very practical, even though I thought it was totally practical. Anyway, so the 19 is called holiness and unholiness. So it's the only letter in the Hebrew alphabet that drops to the lowest point and the highest point. So it has the capacity to hold the darkest of the dark and the lightest of the light. So someone who may be having um, who would choose who would have this number in their name is looking, I think, to really be on this, who has some inner darkness. We all do. It's the unconscious, it's our unconscious, who has this deep desire for growth. And that's what that 12-3 at the bottom was all about. It ultimately looking for growth, evolution, love, and learning to expand consciousness. That is the outcome that this person was hoping to get out of this name. I don't know about the dog, maybe. But the 19 says, oh, I've got a lot of unconscious waters, the darkness, and I really want to dive into that and explore it and unify it and be okay with it. So in the shadow aspect, this person may be a victim of their emotions, fatigue, because the 19 is all about the breath. Like, can we are we real tight and tense and we have this monkey mind and we're going from one emotion to another? Oh, so we're happy and then we're sad and then this and that, and there's lots of drama. Or are we able to just breathe and relax and kind of surrender to what is happening? Yeah, the 19 is extremely intense and can have um, breathing issues, spinal, head and neck issues. Um, but anyway, so this person may have had a lot of confusion, fatigue, um, unconscious things that were coming up. So experiences of like nonstop mind, physical issues with breathing, serious illness, perhaps, and also perhaps not even feeling embodied. Just, yeah, I'm not here and I'm not a very good person. And my desire is to be as good and holy as possible. Okay. So I name this little dog and I'm hoping that this little dog will bring out the goodness in me because I've got some stuff to deal with. And what I'm hoping for, not just growth, but the ability of this relationship, I'm hoping, is kind of brings me back to be in alignment with the highest good and my own internal power, help heal this masculine powerful energy inside of me, because the 19 and the 10 are really powerful. um yeah, they're very, I would say, holy numbers, God numbers, and kind of in a male way, more of a Shiva way. So how would this relate to when it's projected onto a dog and somebody's coming from a shadow frequency? I do not know. Maybe the dog has nervousness, maybe nervous around male energies, or anyone who hasn't worked on themselves, like emotions would be difficult for the little doggy to handle. Um, Would there be breathing issues? I wonder. So these are things that are very difficult to translate into how a dog would feel. Now, would the dog pick up on, oops, the air conditioning coming on. Would the dog pick up on the same feelings that the person who named it? Would they be feeling, oh, I'm going to do my best to be the best doggy ever because I feel scared that I'm bad. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. I don't think dogs, but you hear what I'm saying. Anyway, or if the person is very well spiritually evolved, then naming this dog would be a beautiful thing, because the dog then, in the gift frequency of the number 19, it's like, oh, I am here to hold space for everybody, for all that happens. And even if there's some darkness and some confusion and emotions coming up, I accept it all. And I have the ability to resolve and transform and bring imagination and illumination into the situation. So the dog could be like just this real grounded energy that just says, yeah, everything's fine. This is all divine will. Um, Everything's good. Everything is part of the good, even the darkest of the dark. So I don't know how this is going to work, or how it's going to, and yeah, to the person getting this reading, I'm so sorry, but I think I am out of my depth with reading for animals in this way. Yeah. So, what else? I just kind of want to, we see the 19. I wonder if the dog is high energy, because because the person naming them, if they're like more shadowy, this is a very mental person, lots of thoughts racing around. I don't know what to do. It's a wild monkey mind. Um, yeah, back and forth, causes a lot of exhaustion, confusion. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got. I'm sorry, this is probably the worst reading ever, but I'm just very curious now to have the feedback from the person who asked for this. And yeah, and no worries if you don't want to comment. That's totally fine. Okay, until next time.